Lucky us. That's the very first thing I'd like to start off with. We were fortunate to be able to take this beautiful Sea Ray SLX 260 out of our showroom, have it put in the water by our harbor master Richard. Thank you, Richard. It's early March. We have around 16 degrees today, so we are lucky guys. And I really love this Sea Ray SLX 260. It's relatively new. I haven't driven it often, so driving here for me was kind of a new experience, and I must say I love it. What I also love, but I'd be really anxious to know what you feel about it, is the color of this boat. It is plain white, which maybe is simple, but I think it's beautiful, it's timeless, especially in this combination with this brown colored upholstery, called Dune, by the way. They have these two beautiful wooden tables, but let's hop on board so I can show you the rest of this Sea Ray SLX 260. Before I do, you may notice a few things. There's this small sticker here. There's a bow thruster, which is an option which I would certainly recommend ordering. And I love other details such as this bow anchor roller, which is hidden underneath this anchor hatch with the non-skid on. I just love this Lumar anchor in stainless steel, high gloss, polished, beautiful setup. And of course, stainless steel cleats with the Sea Ray logo engraved. We cannot show you now, but on every cleat you have the Sea Ray logo engraved. I love this windshield, which is also done the top side in stainless steel. I love these side panels. This time they're in black, which I think matches the boat perfectly. I think it's a quiet color combination, looking at it from the side with the white hull and this deck part in white. And these panels in black matching items such as this Sea Ray hull logo, it all matches perfectly. Other details which I'd like to mention is this LED lighting. You may notice that it's now kind of yellowish brown, but you can adjust the color even. And there's 4 zones in the boat for the LED lighting, and you can adjust the colors of all these zones independently. A really nice feature, making this boat really classy. Besides being classy, it's also a practical boat, because of course this is a boat that is probably going to be taken out soon on the water for anchoring and for some swimming. May take some time. Again, it's early March, the water temperature still is 7 degrees, but there's a shower here on the bathing platform, so you could rinse yourself off if the water is not so clean or if you're using it in salt water. You can have a submersible swim platform, which was for some reason not ordered on this boat, but you may see with this outline where it usually is placed. I think a great option, again, not on this boat, but still a really nice bathing platform. Very practical also, this sea deck in the brown color. You can also have it in gray, which would match the other upholstery colors. You can also have it in a white kind of color and a stone gray color. Especially with the stone, there's the gray sea deck is also truly nice. This sun lounge here is really big. I am for 1.92 m for the people who don't know, and you may see that for me this is tall enough for just my feet to stick out. This is a really comfortable leaning position, enjoying the sunshine with this angled backrest here. I also love the details with all this stitching, beverage holders on 2 sides here in stainless steel. I think, not these, but most of them, there are 4 here on this side. Most of them are illuminated. Again, you can adjust the color in these also depending on the zones you are using, but a truly nice setup. What else do I need to show you? Probably need to show you the storage right here. You may see cushions down there. They are filler pieces which are used in the bow area. and you see some other nice details. The main switches are close by, easily accessible, and there's plenty of storage down here. You could even, I think, put in a not too big stand-up pedal board, wakeboards, water skis, fenders, whatever. It's huge. I also love the details like the sea deck, which they put on the floor there. There's a 12-volt socket right here, so if you, for example, would be using a towable and would want to inflate it, you could use the 12-volt socket right here, which is close to the bathing platform, obviously, to inflate the towables. Other details include this gasket, making the boat less noisy, 2 gas struts on both sides, gunnels so the water doesn't drain in, nice ventilation. It's a matter of styling, but I truly like it. There's a small magnetic catch right here, which you may see. It's all in the details, we always say. But again, a really great sun lounge. Again, stainless steel cleats. There's a place here for the optional battery charger to connect it right here. Fusion second control unit, so that while lounging here you could use these to, well, adjust the audio. There's a USB connection with both USB-A and USB-C. A small door right here. Very practical if you have like small dogs or small kids, so that they don't fall off that easily. Really nice solution. There's storage underneath right here. You may see one battery here. I think there are more batteries. Actually, I'm sure there are more batteries with 2 systems, one for starting, one for the house batteries. So you cannot drain the house batteries, sorry, you cannot drain the start batteries while being at anchor and forgetting about the use of electricity. Cannot happen that you cannot return anymore because of this double system. But again, nice storage, also with gasket. So a really nice solution. I also always like these, how shall I put it in English? Anyway, these are made in stainless steel. You may, it's just a small detail, you may know that this is the way that it's not closed. In some cases, while being at anchor, you may want to leave it vice versa, so you can open it quickly. What I truly like is this power tower. A really nice solution. I mean, obviously it offers plenty of shade. You can also take parts off, and you can lower it just like this. Let me show you something I truly like, because in some climates, if you would be surprised, sorry, I sometimes am too tall, but if you would be surprised by a sudden a rain shower, you would lower this and still be able to drive without getting wet. So I truly think a really nice solution. There's other purposes for doing this, obviously. If you would want to put your boat in a garage, for example, and it's not too high, or it would be too high on the trailer, this would be the way to store it also. And obviously in the Netherlands we have lots of bridges, so this would make it much more easy to go underneath bridges without having to wait for the guy manning the bridge to open it. Let me put it up again, because as you just may have noticed, I hit my head twice. This is better for me. A really nice U-shaped cockpit area right here. This, by the way, is the bow thruster signaling that it's going to be automatically shut off. We just arrived here at Kempers Island, but a great setup. I always tend to look at the way seat bases are made, if they are long enough, if the backrests are high enough, and obviously this is done in a has been done in a perfect way. I mean, this is really comfortable for me being a tall guy, so I'm sure people less tall than I am would also sit here nicely. And a small detail that I always like is this slightly elevated piece here at the end, which does not only look nice, but also causes you not to slide from a bench while driving. It just makes you sit comfortable and relatively safely. Another nice detail that Sea Ray is starting to use on different models is this gap between the seat base and the backrest. There's a few reasons why they are doing that. One being that it's easier to clean. Obviously, sometimes these close like this. If you have this gap, it's really easy to clean. Secondly, moisture doesn't get caught in between the cushions, especially on the longer term. That may cause the upholstery to deteriorate sooner. So that's another reason. And thirdly, this is a small ledge, I would call it, which can also be used for storage. If you have something like a small t-shirt or a water bottle or whatever, some small stuff, leave it there. There's a small piece here protecting it from falling out. So again, nice detailing done by Sea Ray. Again, beautiful stitching. I like the two-tone setup. So nicely done. Here there's a cooler area. There are some parts here, sorry about that, but still it's quite deep. This is deep enough for a water or other bottles to stand up. So really nicely done, with a catch also, so that it doesn't open spontaneously. And it's also insulated by using this, and obviously the cushion insulates also. And what I also like is that it's all gel coated. If you start cooling certain areas, you get moisture, which obviously would mean that you could have mildew or other dirt. And by having this full gel coated area, you can still clean it in a nice way. What else do I need to show you here? There's probably lots of stuff from us. Well, that's okay. It's my jacket, not all too much. There's a small storage area right here, giving access also to the big storage I showed you earlier, which is accessible from the bathing platform. Let me also open up the engine hatch for you. Have to be careful here with this table. I always love looking at this, and let me explain to you why I still am thrilled about the way Sea Ray is setting up an engine bay. There's many details to look at. Obviously, it's all gasketed so that it's quiet, water doesn't drain in. Gunnels, you see a drain hole here. There's an automatic fire extinguisher in every Sea Ray. You may see the battery charger on that side, but look at the cabling. It's all nicely done. It's done in a way that it cannot catch a belt, for example, on the engine, and you cannot get caught in wiring while working on an engine. That is what our mechanics always appreciate. It's gel coated underneath, so also there, if there's dirt, grease, oil, whatever, it's still easy to clean. And what I also really like is what you may see, these double clamps right there, which adds to the safety. Also look at the quality of the through hall exhaust. It's all Sea Ray is using the finest materials in a really nice quality. So again, I really like showing you this because I think Sea Ray did a perfect job. This, by the way, is the 6.2 350 horsepower Cruiser, a V8 engine. It's a proven engine, I would say. Really easy accessible. You may see that there's service points in the top end of the engine, so it's easily accessible. A mechanic could stand here while servicing the engine. So it has all been thought through. Let me close this while being gentle with this table. Nice varnished wooden table. makes the boat warm and classy. And again, a really big setup area. You can still turn the seats. Look at the detailing also with this stitching and the Sea Ray, sorry, the SLX logo here with the SLX series of Sea Ray being the premium Sea Ray family, I would say. Again, two-tone upholstery, nice stitching on the edges. Flip-up seats. You can slide them forward and aft like this. This applies both to the passenger seat and the seat for the pilot, the person driving the boat. I love the way that Sea Ray has made this speaker, well, sort of hidden. Also there, this looks really classy. Grab rail here, leather wrapped, really nice detail. There are surfaces here which are suitable to put some stuff on without them sliding off easily. Double beverage holders here. Here there's also a non-skid area to put your phone, for example. And talking about phone, there is a wireless charging pad on this side, right here. So you can put your phone here and have it charged. Then again, there are some USB connections in different areas, so you can still charge an iPad, for example. Also, obviously an iPad is too big for this, but there are some points where there's USB ports. I'll come back to the helm position later because we are going to take it out of the water. Big storage underneath. Let me quickly open that. I'm not sure what is underneath there. Well, there's still some covers there. Also gunnels, double gas struts, and these close them off tightly so that they don't rattle. Really nice solution still from Sea Ray. Courtesy lights throughout. Yeah, nicely done. I like the black paneling, by the way, done by Sea Ray. Further storage right here with a small waste bin. The ignition, by the way, is right there. There's a door here, which is a single piece, which I personally prefer from the double piece that is used in other, also Sea Ray boats, to be honest. They sometimes tend to open if you're driving in rough conditions. So this, I think, is a nice door. For those people who are wondering why would you use a door like this, again, it's early March, water is 7 degrees. If you're driving, you may be really thrilled going out, the sun is out, it's 16 degrees today, but you find that while driving it's still kind of chilly. Then you can close this door and this window piece right here, and you take away the wind basically in the cockpit area so that you're sheltered from a chilly wind and can still enjoy the beautiful spring sun. Coming to the bow area, you'll notice another table right here, also varnished with this L-shaped foot leg, which means that I, with my tall legs, have plenty of room right here. You can take away this table, because obviously you can also put a filler piece in so that you make it into a full sun lounge. And there's dedicated storage right here. Sometimes I have to look how it works. Let me go to the side so that Thijs, manning the camera, can also point the camera inside this huge storage area. You may notice the dedicated storage right there for both tables and the supports on the right side. And you also now see the filler piece which is used in the bow area if you want to do some sun lounging right here. And also here again, gasketed sea deck on the floor. Just makes it easier, more practical to put and leave some stuff there without it rattling while underway. Let me close this. Yep. Done in a nice way, like this. There's further storage on this side. Also here a nice catch so that it wouldn't spontaneously open while driving in rough conditions. Obviously with this gas strut that might happen, and you don't want it to happen, so that's why there's a small catch. The cushions are always ventilated with the Sea Ray, because no matter what you do in the longer term, cushions do tend to get wet, but the water then automatically, well, dries out, obviously. And I like the nice details such as this lengthy hinge, also in stainless steel. Again here, a beverage holder with light, adjustable, this nice dark colored panel. Also here, a leather wrapped grab rail. Notice also that for tall people, also here, the ergonomics are done in a really nice way. I am sitting here enjoying the sunshine in a great way. I would love sitting here with some music on and a nice drink. I certainly could be here for an hour or so. There's a beverage holder here also on this side. A nice upholstery throughout, and obviously you can also sit vice versa if you're here with a group of friends or kids tend to use this. This backrest also is high enough for me to sit here comfortably, not just for 20 minutes or so, but maybe for 1.5 hours without any problem. Just looking around if there's anything I'm forgetting. Courtesy lights, of course, also here. Speakers, again, they are protected / hidden in a nice way that it matches the upholstery perfectly. Nicely done. Armrest here, really nice on both sides. And of course the anchor, which I already mentioned, hidden underneath this anchor locker. Anchor winch right here. Sea Ray cleat. And a bow washdown also, which is used to rinse off the anchor when it might be dirty, or if you tend to beach the boat and step on board from the bow and you have sand on your feet, you could rinse off your feet. So very practical also. Nicely done. LED lights. This is for me a new style of lights, which I love. They're really subtle. LED, starboard and port, obviously navigation lights. So also that is nicely done. Sea Ray stitching, I still love it. I mean, we're used to so many things, but we love the Sea Ray stitching here, the logo and the backrest. Before we take the boat out driving, there's another thing which I would nearly forget. Thank you, Thijs, for pointing that out to me, which obviously is this head. It's optional. Certainly recommend ordering it. You see the sea deck also here on the floor. A small place to wash your hands or to rinse off a cup or whatever. And let me also quickly show you how big it is. Of course, it's always a lot smaller than your average toilet at home, but still 1.92 m again. For me, it would work, definitely. Grab rail here. There's a light here. Very practical details. Small storage here, small waste bin right there. And of course, many people use this not as a toilet, but as a storage area. We sometimes trade in boats after a couple of years and then the toilet never has been used, but still people want it just for the peace of mind that if you need to go, it's there. But again, a perfect place also to use for storage. And if you wouldn't order the toilet, you have even added storage. There's another small glove box right here, really small, but what do you bring? A phone, a wallet, keys, whatever. It could still go in there and it's lockable right there. Small, nice dark panels. So let me start up the engine and take her out for a spin. Here we are off on the Westeinder Plussen, doing approximately 5 knots, 1,200-ish RPM. You may notice these twin screens. I think they are 9-inch. I'm not sure. Yes, they should be 9-inch. These are the new Simrad NSX displays. I still need to get used to them, but still they are relatively simple, and some things which are nice are obviously a chart. We didn't put in the SD card yet, so you cannot see the full chart yet. I'm probably a bit, how shall I put it? Well, I don't like waiting. Am I doing something wrong here? Let's try again. Here it is. There we go. It's loading. You don't see the full details. Let me zoom out, may see the overview. No, there's not even a general map in it. Obviously we don't have the SD card inserted, but you can see it in full detail. And having a chart is one thing you can show on a display, but also the engine data, obviously, or the echo, such as on this screen on the other side. But what is also nice are the Sea Ray controls. Let me show you here. You can adjust the lighting, the audio, lots of different things. You can, for example, in the head, even from here, turn the light on and off. They call this digital switching. With this overview of the boat with the lights, if I switch them off or on, you see that. Let me put off the underwater lights. We don't need them anyway. You may have noticed that they switch off from there also. So a really nice setup. And there's other things you can see from here. Man overboard, which works I think with the First Mate system, which is a wireless man overboard kill system. Great system, which gives you as a captain, gives you total freedom. I didn't set this up yet. Gives you total freedom walking around and still being able to drive according to, for example, Dutch law, with a man overboard thing around your wrist or somewhere on your clothing. So again, doing 1,200 RPM approximately. We have a full tank. The active trim has not been set up yet. Let me talk a bit about this helm, which I love. I love the dark panels because they are non-reflective. That is what I always really like in really bright conditions. That may be a bit annoying, not on this Sea Ray. And I love the nice details such as this leather piece right here. The beautiful SLX steering wheel with stainless steel with the Sea Ray logo. It's leather wrapped. And also here the ergonomics are really nice. I can slide this seat forward and up like this. I have an angled footrest, flip up seat. You can turn it around again to have a social area in the cockpit. Trim controls right here close to the steering wheel. Bow thruster right here. Controls right here. There's an armrest, really convenient. And of course I love these new controls from Mercury/Macruiser. Digital throttle and shift, making the boat really smooth to drive, but also very silent because noise coming from cables, which you used to have in the past, is eliminated like this. So a really nice setup like this. Nice switches with a small light there. Again, trim tabs. The upgraded Fusion head unit. We have the premium stereo on this boat. So a great helm. But we came out with this boat to drive it. I'm picking up some speed, 6-7 knots. Looking around if there's other boats I need to be careful with. But let's take her up the plane. The water temperature is 7.4 degrees. So again, it's early spring. In the meantime, we're already doing 27, 28 knots, little over 4,000 RPM. I think the active trim has not been set up yet, so I am trimming manually. Let's trim down slightly. Doing 31-ish knots. This is a really nice cruising speed, maybe even a bit fast. Let me take the speed down a bit. Gets less noisy. This is a new boat, by the way. You may hear the engine. There's some piece which is rattling a bit. We will be looking into it. It's brand new. It's done a little over 1 hour driving time. It has not been fully set up yet, but if you start loading a boat with fenders, with life vests, with other stuff, it gets more quiet, especially also if the engine is running. But we're doing 29 knots approximately now, a little over 4,000 RPM, a really nice speed to drive. And let me also take some turns with the power assisted hydraulic steering system. That is just a breeze. I always tend to show turning with one finger, which you can do really easily, and it's so smooth, so simple, so nice. Feels like a really sturdy, well-running, safe, yet fun boat. Plenty of torque, plenty of horsepower. Let me do some really tight turns. See how she handles really tight turns. I have to trim the engine down a bit. Not a problem whatsoever. We have some waves here, just made ourselves. No problem. And let me also see what the top speed approximately is. We have to go around our own waves. Pick up some speed. Transoms are fully up. 37, 39, 40 and a half, 41-ish knots. Really fast, really fun. A really nice boat to drive. Should have closed off the door right there to keep the wind from blowing in. But anyway, I love driving this. And lucky us, we still need to take her back later this afternoon, so we have some driving ahead of us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Again, I'd like to know what you think of the hull color. Sometimes when we order stock boats, we look at each other with the sales team and we say, what kind of colors do we order for the hull and for the interior? There's, by the way, I forgot to say, you can have different zones on the hull with regards to colors also. Let me take off my glasses. But I'd like to know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, remarks, if you think Sea Ray can do better, if there's some things you don't like and can be improved, I'd also love hearing that. So thank you for watching this video. We will be making more in the near future. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to see you either in our showroom or on the water. Bye.